Crazy. I appreciate that, mamas. We in the building. Session podcast. It's your boy Lil Zo. I'm here with none other, man. The real life ghost. You a real life ghost, man.
Best way to be. Serious.
Jawuan, man, the creator of Outkast. Hot clothing line actually came through. Let me talk my shit early before I get into this interview. This is a sample. He came through with the sample for the guy since he's in Chicago. He's in, you touch down, you limited time only.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we appreciate your time, first and foremost, for coming through the session, man. It's a big deal for me. I've been excited for this. We've been talking about this since last summer.
Yeah, wow. I remember.
Facts. So
I don't know where I think I was in LA when you first messaged
me. Yeah. I think you were still out in LA because I was coming to LA.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, I'm going to be in LA. And you were like, bro, I'm actually about to be, like, around the world.
I was cool.
And I was like, fuck, well, when you get back, we were into it. So I definitely appreciate you coming down, man, while you're here. And I know you got family and important needs and things like that.
I did out of respect, too. Like, I had to keep my word with you and shit.
So. Oh, yeah. No, I've always known that.
Stuff like this makes me feel more comfortable because I never talk to people.
Right.
Barely ever talk.
Yeah.
Barely ever show up to anywhere, but like this make me open up and shit, so I feel good about it.
Yeah. I mean, and you know what though, man? It's time. I mean, it's time. Like you we did a lot of talking off the air, and I think you even felt your own energy to the point where you're probably like, all right, it's time to step out a little bit. Like,
I'm such a ghost. And I used to be like very, very shy.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be like more like open.
Mm-hmm.
I be in the house and like my family and shit like that.
Yeah.
I know everyone since I've been born or since they've been born.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm always wearing a hood so I can be like very discreet.
Yeah.
Although they know who I am, but like I just like to be like super low. I be walking around the house with a hood on. I'm be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Bro, but like we've always kind of been like that, bro.
Yeah,
like, and even like you said, like you really from the hood, bro.
Yeah.
You really move like that, like.
Yeah, I move like that too.
Yeah,
I got to. So.
Yeah, well, like now you kind of got to because you're a literal walking check. So.
Yeah, I definitely literally a fucking walking check.
Yeah, man, you're a walking check.
But like so low key though, like no, they gotta really know.
Yeah, if you don't know the brand, I couldn't even find the tag.
Yeah,
and you really wouldn't.
But
know.
even then, the people, you know what I'm saying. They ain't even gotta know if they know. Just ain't no regular shit. So
if you know, you know.
You know, but I like it like that. Very discreet, very low key,
very low.
I don't want to like flex on people.
Mm-hmm.
I literally it's corny to say, but like I want to like flex on myself. You know what I mean? I want to be like them. Like I used to be like this, now I'm like this. Yeah. So I'm trying to impress myself. Like less about other people.
You gave me the sample and Outkast, your brand. This is number 2.
Yes.
I'm so ecstatic. You saw me. Like, if I should have been recording the moment you pulled it out the bag. I'm like, babe, give me a fucking t-shirt out of the room. These motherfuckers like, what size are you? Bro, my heart stopped. I was like, yes.
I had I made sure, I'm like, yo, as soon as I get up, before I leave the house, I got to put that up my back. So.
Facts, son. I hella appreciate that, son. Let's deep dive, man, right into it. Like you say, you're a real life ghost, and that's how you like to move. And the way you've been moving, especially just through social media, and you really went on a looks like a real journey, like a quest.
Yeah.
And man, I just kind of want to know like the ins and outs of this traveling journey you kind of just went on. Starting from. I guess why and how it kind of evolved and then what you got out of it.
Yeah, I mean, it was like super random, very weird too at the time. Like, I grew up on like 89th and Normal, so you know what I mean? So that's not even in my household conversations. I'm never speaking or thinking about shit like that.
Yeah.
But I always like to be different. Like, not on purpose, but when I see some normal shit going on, I'm like, yo, I can't be this fucking person.
You can't be in that same. Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, I gotta do something different, but I gotta make sure the shit I'm trying to do that's different, it gotta make sense. And, so I always think about that. But then I think it started when, like, I was living, like, on, over there where I was from. And then I just started working, like, at RGP Gallery. I was going to school at the time, too. And then, through that I got a, opportunity with the company to move to LA to work with Just On brand. Donzi, everyone else over there. So I just moved, like super random. I remember, but it's weird because like before that, I'm just like getting off the 87 train, like walking to the camp every day. Like,
Remember there was a night.
Like, this ain't no night. This ain't no safe neighborhood just to be walking. Like
I remember, man. Like we were man. It probably had to be maybe 5 years ago now. 5 years ago. Fucking, it was probably 12:30, 1 o'clock at night.
Yeah, bro.
You're waiting at the train station on 87.
This ain't a safe. Like,
shit. I get off the train and I'm like, Jawuan? We looking at each other in the same fucking boat, man. In the hood, man. So it's crazy.
Yeah, but I always think about that, and that shit always like keep me humble and shit. Yeah. You know? I always think about it. I'm like, fuck, I used to be like this. But then, like, I guess like I was doing that after I seen you. Maybe like a month later, I got like the opportunity to move to LA. Then I was just like, and I told my nana about it, and I told my mom. They're like, like shut the fuck up, like, because it's not. No one said that. It's not regular, so it's like, damn, LA. Although it's not so far away, but it's still different. So then I just ended up moving like 2 weeks later. It's like, yo, this nigga's crazy. But I moved out with a job. Moved out like that was 4 or 5 years ago. At that time I had like decent bread. Like I was like chilling more than like the average person my age at the time. Just on stacking shit. Yeah. So I ended up moving there. When I moved, I was good. Like I had a job. I was learning so much. And then, unfortunately, like the job I was at, maybe after a few months, it got cut short. And then I was just like, fuck, I got a taste of living in LA. I don't want to go back. Because if I move back, I know I'm going to live over here again. I don't want to do that. So I'm just like, fuck, I got to figure something out. Like, I got to do something. I ain't trying to go back to the hood, And then, so I just started like this brand, like with one of my homies. And it was just like a random idea. Like we already had like plans on like dropping something. Yeah. But it wasn't so soon, and I didn't know shit about like doing any manufacturing, like just trying to create a real brand. I don't know nothing about it. So, but then like when I stopped working for the company I was working for, I was just like, fuck, like now I gotta drop this right now. I don't care if I don't know. I gotta figure shit out right now. So I dropped it. At first it was like I learned so much doing the process like making the brand. Yeah. But. Dropped it, one day. Did like a little promo. It took me like, I think I sold 1 t-shirt first day. I was like, fuck, this is not gonna work. I don't have a job. Right. I don't want to get a job. I could, but I didn't want to. So I'm just like, fuck, man, like something needs to happen. But luckily, like, and at that time I had everything, any material thing you could think about, every fucking shoe you can think about, clothing, like the closet was crazy. So I just sold everything. You know what I mean? And I wore like Rick sweatpants every fucking day. Yeah. Or Rick Owen sweatpants every day. Like one of my hoodies that I made, and then a couple pair of sneakers, of course. Now I wear Brad Fords every day. That's what I say, man. Like I wear Brad Fords every day. Yeah. So like I love that shoe, but I just sold everything. So that was how I was able to like live and maintain. Like, yeah. Then I had a couple of friends who look out for me, make sure I was okay in LA, and then. I just dropped the brand and that shit was slow. I was like, fuck. Yeah. I was just like, fuck, I gotta figure something out. And then I started like posting more and more and more, and then like the reaction was crazy. I was just like, damn. It was just so surprising to me. Then people would text me like, yo, bro, or DM me on Instagram like, yo, bro, like I seen someone like in your hoodie at such and such place, or I seen someone in your hoodie in fucking Houston at the All-Star game. I was like, what the
really?
fuck? Yeah. Yeah. And then my other friend would text me like, yo, bro, I seen this guy. He had on your hoodie as well. I was like, both y'all niggas just texted me about the same hoodie I was wearing in fucking Houston. I said, damn, that's fucking fire.
So the response from that company, it kind of just kept you, in LA, and then it kind of just sparked you for what you wanted to do for real and like hard, like, yeah.
100%. And then I moved out of my place at that time too. So one of my homies, one of my old homies, she, made sure I was good in LA, made sure I had a place to stay and shit. So forever grateful for that guy. But I just started dropping shit, and then like 2-3 months in, that shit was getting a crazy response. And then I met these people who's from Japan that's really big, and then they was wearing the hoodie, like posting it in tees.
Japan, motherfucker, they say you think you fresh until you step on a college campus and meet the Asians.
For sure, easily.
Facts.
They respect me over there for the fresh shit. So.
Oh, word! You got the respect from the OGs in Japan.
Yeah. like heavy respect. But yeah, I met some of them guys. They was posting it, and then I got into like my first store in Japan. Like when they was telling me like send a line sheet, an order sheet, send this and that. You got to ship through DHL. It's like, man, what the fuck? It's asking me for like a ID number and stuff like that to like. I do QuickBooks. Just a whole lot of crazy shit. Yeah, that I never experienced, but I would Google everything, and then I just figured out how to make money. And so the first store I bought it, I think they sent me like $6,000 or something like that. I was like, fuck, $6,000. Just imagine like each your weekly or bi-weekly check, but my check was $6,000. I was like, fuck. Like, right. One time, I was like, fuck. I don't know, 20, 21. So I was like, fuck. Like at one time, this check is like crazy. But I knew like, but that's why I like fucked up at, because like seeing that much money like at that time, at that age, and not being responsible, I wasn't ready for it. And then, so I got more stores. They started sending me checks. I ended up in like 5 stores total. And then, steady getting like $6,000, $5,000, $4,000, $2,000, $2,000. Then seeing all that shit, but then me not being like ready for it. I see money, I'm like, I'll spend it before I even get it. As soon as I see the email, like, yo, somebody's about to pay you this amount.
You're like, oh, I got some coming in.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, fuck, okay, I'm about to go shop. Like, fucking money.
Young nigga shit. But
I always like, compare that to, like, the drug game, man. Like, you can't fuck up your re-up, you know what I mean? Like,
facts.
Make money, then have that money to invest in more money. But
facts.
I would make money, like, go shop, fuck it off. It's a bad time. Good time and bad time.
When you're young, man, I mean, where we from, getting lump sums like that the right way. You hit a jackpot, my nigga. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, facts, yo. Like, so for you to be, I mean, people talk about it. Like, how many times we heard her rap about how he went broke, you know?
Like, yeah, gotta get back.
Gotta get back to it.
Yeah.
So, this everlasting fucking tour across the world, I mean, how many countries did you actually touch?
I touched how many countries? I think about 12.
12 countries.
Yeah, and then I've seen some different islands in those countries.
Of course. In about 6 months worth of time.
On accident, bro. 6 months of traveling on accident. Like, I was like, fuck, this is weird.
So what? So how did? Okay, so on accident. So then, how did this actually start?
So I met this girl online, like Instagram, and then we were talking for a couple months. But like obviously, then I'm not thinking like when I follow her, I'm not thinking she live far as fuck.
Right.
But then I follow her and I see her like post her location and shit, and it's like in New Zealand. So I'm like, oh, I might never meet her in life, bro.
Yeah.
But like she's so hot, so I was like, yo, I have to try anyway. And then just me being crazy, how I am, and being very spontaneous. I'm just like, I know she live far. I know this probably won't ever work, but it's just different. I'm just gonna like go for it. And we started talking. We were like FaceTime. Like first, super hard. She was playing super hard to get, and then I just kept trying. Then we won't talk for a month, and I'll try again. Mm-hmm. And a little bit, haha. And she barely replied. She gave me her number, but then I text her a couple times, and then she stopped responding, and I stopped. And then I try again on Instagram. I just never gave up, but it's too bad for me to give up. But she told me she lived in New Zealand, and then we just started having. Then I started asking like some real personal questions, like how was like, are you in school? How was work? Like I would hit her up like every day, like did you eat today? Stuff like that. Then I don't know, like she just finally fell for me, I guess, or she gave me a try. And then like after like the first like real conversation on the phone, then that was it. Like that's all I needed.
Fuck. And so you just flew out to New Zealand?
Yeah, but like it wasn't really planned. Like I just started liking her so much, and it was just so like super easy to talk to, and it was so different for me. So I fell in love like with it being different. And then she like brought up the idea. I'm like, yo, like maybe you come out here to the U.S. But I know like everyone is not so spontaneous and crazy. So I was like, man, I'll come out there. And she's like, whatever, you would never come to New Zealand. No one never said they would go to New Zealand. And I was like, y'all come. And then we started talking about it more, and then ended up getting like a flight, my one-way ticket to New Zealand, like 2 months before I went. And then I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. But then I was still scared. I'm like, I got the flight ticket, but like, I don't know, I might not go. Like, this is too weird for me. And then,
hey, what the fuck if I show up and the bitch don't answer
yeah,
the door?
she not look the same. Like, we FaceTime all the time.
Nah, but facts though.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this is weird. Man. Like, I don't know. And then went to Canada, see my homies for like 10 days. That was such a great time. And then I went back to New York for 2 weeks. And then before I went, when I was in Canada, we stopped talking for like 3-4 weeks.
Wow.
But the flight was still booked. So I was just like, what the fuck? Like, this is kind of weird. I don't know what to do. But then, like, when I got back to New York, she obviously hit me up again because she knew what time it was. Like,
yeah,
I'm like 10 days away from the flight. Like,
oh yeah. If she didn't, bro.
Yeah.
Shit.
So
Bring Chicago to New Zealand, man. That flight ticket.
That flight's crazy. But she ended up hitting me up, and then we were like, started talking again. We was, trying to make peace.
Yeah.
And then here it comes. Like, I'm about to. Where was I at first? Also, a week before I went to New Zealand, I went to LA to do like some small production shit, like last minute production shit, so the brand can come out.
Yeah.
Finally, I was like, fuck, I gotta go to LA before I go to New Zealand. So I went to LA for a couple days, got everything done, had to sit back to New York, and this guy worked with me, so he helped me with everything there. And then next thing you know, like a couple of days, I'm in LA, and then like I'm like, damn, this is the day before my New Zealand flight. This shit's crazy.
Right.
I'm like, this is wild. And the next morning, like, I go to the airport, and it was giving me like such a hard time to get in Hawaii. So I was like, fuck.
They were giving you a hard time?
Yeah, because so my flight had a layover in Hawaii from LA.
Mm-hmm.
So when I got to the airport in LA, it's like, yeah, you have a layover in Hawaii, but to get to New Zealand, you have to have a flight leaving New Zealand. Like, the country don't want you to enter their country without having like a return.
And you had a one-way.
Yeah, and I had one
Facts.
So I was like, fuck. And I was hitting her up, but it's obviously like different time. I was hitting her up, and then like I was like, yo, like, what should I do? And I wasn't trying to spend really like bread. I'm like, fuck, I'm just about to buy a flight. That's what made me buy my flight to Australia. Cause like I needed a
different flight.
Yeah, I need another flight saying that I'm gonna leave New Zealand on this day. So I'm like, fuck, like, what other? I'm not gonna. Then the ticket back to or I'm living in New York. So the ticket back to New York, obviously too much. It was a crazy amount. So it's like, I need a. So I'm like, yo, where's the nearest country next to New Zealand? And then I'm like, it says Australia. So I'm like, oh, this is cheap. I'll buy this flight. I bought the flight. They let me in Hawaii. Then I entered New Zealand. She come pick me up from the airport. I was like, whoa. Like, oh, this is really happening. That was the longest flight of my life, too, by the way.
Yeah. How fucking long is that shit, by the way?
It's easier to go from LA, because it's obviously
right.
here to LA is far, but about 9, so it was 13 hours.
Fuck my.
Yeah, like 13 hours.
I'm popping one of them things.
Yeah. I went there just on some chill, regular.
I'm off the
shit.
No, sir.
I never flew that long in my life. I was like, yo, this is crazy. But
yeah.
No, I went there, chilled with her, got a good time. Didn't really work out, you know what I mean? Unfortunately. And fortunately, because I learned so much from that situation. And I'm sure she has too, and it was weird, because the whole time I'm there, like, we were, like, one day we'd be good, then like a couple days later we're not talking, we like mad at each other, like, break up. But I was still in New Zealand though at the time. But I was just like, fuck. So I was like, I don't know. But it was weird, but like, I don't know, it worked out. But I go there, I'm chilling there for a month. Such a good time. Like, very beautiful place. But I was ready to leave. Like, I was like in another country for the first time for a month at that. It was different. And then next thing you know, like, my flight to that situation ended, kinda. Then I went to Australia because I already booked the flight. And I couldn't like change or cancel it, so I went to Australia. And then didn't know anyone. Yeah. I knew one person, but like we're not like close. So
you just fucking landed.
I was like, oh.
In no man's land,
yeah,
like fuck.
I'm in Australia now. Like I just like Google shit, like what's the best restaurant, like where's the nearest. What's the best place to live? Like, that's close to everything. And I was just on my Google shit. Then I'm like, yo, do these guys have Uber out here? Like, how do people get around? But they had Uber, so it was cool. So I went to Australia, stayed there for about, I don't know, maybe like 9 days or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Such a good time, good place. Then after that, I'm texting, like, there's one of these guys that I know from, like, Instagram maybe 4 years ago. And he lived in Singapore. I was like, yo, I'm in Australia, like. He's like, yo, bro, you should come to Singapore. I was like,
yeah, because that's casual. Hey, I'm in fucking Australia, bro. I was just around the corner. Where you at? Singapore? Yeah.
I was just like, fuck,
Slide.
I'm so far away.
I'm already coming. I'm on the way. Like, yeah. Fuck.
But nah, it was like, I'm already so far away from my country. So I was just like, fuck, Singapore is the nearest, and that's 7 hours.
Mm.
Well, Asia, the nearest, and that's 7 hours. And the first place I should go in Asia is where I know someone. So I went to Singapore, and then
how was Singapore, bro?
So hot.
I don't know much about Singapore. They make some shit.
A lot of rich
shit.
people, you know, from Singapore.
Really?
Yeah. One of the richer Asian countries. One of them. I don't know the richest.
What's the like vibe like? Cause you know when you touch down in Chicago, like if you just cruise through the city, there's certain areas you feel like a natural tension in the air.
Of course, 100%.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
imagine that's another city.
That's what I'm saying.
Imagine like being in
so like,
country,
how was that in Singapore, bro? Like,
it was crazy. Like, definitely felt a lot of tension, but like Singapore is very chill, you know. Like, it's a rich country, man. A lot of people are very, you know, set over there. So I'm pulling up like, you know, Cartier rings on, like 3 Louis Vuitton luggages, like.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, everyone, it's weird, but like, people like are very rude to people who not the same color as them, but they see you, but it looks like you're in the same class as them. They still respect you, so it's just a weird thing. But and I say this all the time, like certain people wouldn't fuck with me if I didn't have all this shit. You know what I mean? Cause I look like a typical guy where I'm from. But since I have all that shit, it's like
you're someone of importance. Yeah.
So. But it was cool. Like, I had a good time. Met with the homie that I knew from Instagram a couple years. He introduced me to all his friends. So it was fun.
What?
Then I'm like, fuck. Like, what should I do now, man? And then I'm just like, it was just random. And I was just like, fuck. I think I should go to Bali. Because I had like a list actually before I left New Zealand of places I would go. Yeah. But everything wasn't set in stone or anything yet. I've never placed or didn't book every flight, but I was like, fuck, I should go to Bali. I see people always talking about it on like social media, like their dream place to go. I'm like, you know, I'm about to live their dreams for them. Like, I'm just gonna go. Yeah. So I went to Bali. Good time, very hot, but like beautiful place. Then after Bali, where did I go?
This motherfucker was just going to just, dude.
After Bali.
And so the whole time you're not working.
Not working, nah.
And you're just living.
Living, yeah.
Experiencing the culture.
Yeah, 100%. I didn't have to work, like, didn't need the bread. I mean, yeah, obviously.
No, I mean, understand you were getting good at first.
Yeah. Like, then, like, actually when I was in New Zealand, I dropped my brand there. So that's what I was saying, like, that's what I was saying earlier, like, having a girlfriend is the best, because I was, like, in the middle of dropping my brand. She understood like how much, she understand like I'm just beginning my business, so I don't want to like go out to eat and like waste bread. I want to like really stack my bread. So I was, you know, thankful for her. She let me like, she understood, so it was cool. But that's it was just yeah. So I didn't like need much bread. I was already kind of decent. But yeah, after Bali, I think I went to Thailand. Because that's another country that was on my list. Like, oh, it's near Bali. Yeah.
So at that point, you've created a fucking, I'm going to hit these. So your Google list just came to what country next.
Basically. Yeah, what country. Like, I have a couple pictures in my phone of, like, the map. And I would see, like, next to Bali, this country, this country. I'm like, where's the next country that's going to get me to the top? So I would, like, go through every single one till I get higher. But
and you just going out there straight.
Yeah.
Dog, like. Yeah. Whatever you need, you're going to find.
Yeah. Google, like, my phone, like, thankful for the phone. Like I was able to Google everything, and then
Yo, you weren't like, son, that's some shit. Like, motherfuckers get nervous. Like, son, I went to school in Utah, son. I got off the plane and it was different, son. It was like, yo, what the, you know what I'm saying? Mountains, G, like.
I had to just like, I was able, it made me feel good because I know I can survive any fucking where. You put me, you know.
From the rack, brother.
Yeah. So
Facts.
it just made me feel good. Like, yeah, I made it out of here. Like, I can go any country. I don't give a fuck about the
That's
language.
facts, man.
I don't give a fuck about the language barrier and shit like that.
I used to walk home on 87th that night.
Yeah, like,
That's facts.
I'll figure it out. Like,
Yeah.
I always thought that. So, but I'm in other countries. I'm like, the currency is different. Like, different language. I have to download Google Translators to like talk to people. That's just crazy. And then just culture was different. I had to figure out like how to get around. I learned how to use a train in which country? First country. Oh, so and is New Zealand. I didn't need a Uber or anything. Like my ex had a car. Australia, I just Uber. Singapore, like Uber. But then there was like one. Then after that, like there's no more Uber. I'm like, how do I get around? Like, fuck.
Right.
I'm in Bali. I'm just like, luckily there's many fucking taxis. Cause that's
Yeah.
how I make money. But I was like, yeah, to download a different app that's like Uber. I was like, fuck, this is so weird.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about that. I don't know how I'm gonna
What's
get
the
around.
weirdest experience you had about being
Super.
overseas?
Yes. And then I went to, my first time getting on a train was in Thailand. So clean, so smooth, so easy. I had to ask a lot of questions because everything was like in their language. It wasn't much in English.
Mm.
I got lost a couple times, but never nothing too bad. So, but I was always asking questions and shit. But then Thailand was super fun. I always recommend.
What's the weirdest experience you've had since being overseas? Yeah.
Oh man.
See someone fucking a cow or
Nothing like strange. I've seen weird shit, like, but nothing strange like that. Wow. Fuck. I don't even know if I'm gonna say. I would say maybe it have to be Thailand.
Yeah.
So I'm at the club, like, you know, it's a popular area, like in Thailand.
They got clubs and shit. Why do I feel like overseas don't got shit?
What the fuck is crazy? That's the best.
I feel like overseas it ain't shit. Like,
man,
what the fuck?
Overseas is the best partying and like clubbing I've ever done in my life.
They be going crazy.
I would never. Yeah, it makes me come back to like the U.S. and like
be like, what the fuck is y'all in there doing?
Yeah, I'm not doing shit. Like, y'all not having a really good time. Everyone is worried about other people. These other countries, they literally just want to get fucked up and have fun and listen to good music.
Yeah.
But like I come back to the U.S., everybody want to fight. Like, just silly.
Yeah.
But Thailand was crazy. But the experience I had there, one time, like I'm in like the popular area where like people go party and shit, like, you know, and cause someone recommended it to me, and I didn't really know much about it. Obviously, I Googled it. I was like, oh, let me see what this is about. So it was kind of crazy. So I went to this area where it was like so many fucking like hookers, I guess I would say. And I was just like, what the fuck? Where am I? Like, my friend just told me to go, and I Google a little bit, but like, I'm from here. Like, I don't see shit like that.
Yeah.
So when I go there, I'm not thinking it's gonna be that bad. I was like, yo, there's so many fucking women.
They're just lined up outside?
Just lined up. Like, I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, prostitution, bro. Like, that's a real thing over in Asia. But
isn't that shit like legal somewhere?
Some of those countries is like, I guess.
Or lenience, I guess.
Yeah, you pay off. You know, money talks, I guess. You know. But it's normal. Here, it's not normal.
No.
It's not normal at all. Like, no.
At all?
Ever.
What the fuck?
Like, you get looked down upon over there. It's like, you know, the thing. But I see that, and I was like, yo, like, I didn't know it was like this. I text my friend that I met over there. I was like, yo, like, this is kind of fucking weird.
Facts.
So I was just like, but I'm already there. So I'm just like, yo, I'm about to go see what it's about. So I go like to one of those clubs. He told me like, yo, don't go to the first or second floor. Go to the third floor. Go to such and such club I go to. So many girls. I get a drink. They like asking me like, like, do you want to go like back to your place? I was like, what? And like I knew like where I was going, but I didn't know it was like this. I was like, what? And then they said in their language, and I could barely understand, but they like, I understand enough. So
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, this is kind of crazy. But, and then the many girls come up to me. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm not like that. Like, I'm not really into that.
No, facts.
I don't trust anyone. I'm super like OCD like, so I don't really trust many people anyway. So I'm like, yo, this shit is weird. And then more girls would come. I was like, no, I'm good. Like, just give me more drinks and I'm okay. Like, I want to leave soon anyway. But then there was one girl that come up to me, and I thought, and it wasn't a girl, transgender. And like, I'm not against anything. Like, people can be who they are. And like, I support it 100%. I don't. Like, I just mind my business. Like, as long as they respect me,
facts.
Like, do whatever you want. But so I'm like, yo, you look weird. Like, why are you trying to? And then I'm like raving off I'm telling every girl no anyway. So another girl come up to me, someone I thought was a girl, I'm just like, I'm like, yo, you look weird. One, and like, no, I'm so good anyway. And then they keep talking to me. I'm like, yo, let me see your ID to see what you are. And they just walked away. That shit was weird as fuck to me. That never really happened. That never happened to me in my life. So I was like, yo, this is very different.
And you can't understand them.
Yeah, I can barely understand them. I'm not into that type of business anyway. Cause I can go to like a regular club or bar, back to, how to check in there probably. So I was like, nah, man, like, I'm good on this. And I just left because I was like, this shit is weird. But I'll have to say that's like the weirdest shit I've ever.
Fuck, man. Yo, be the fuck careful when y'all
step
over the land, son.
Don't go and like, I mean, I guess experience, like, see everything. Like, be mindful of that shit. Because now I know, and now when if I go back, I know not to go to that area. You know what I mean?
What's the biggest thing you've learned from just all over in your little journey? What's the number one takeaway you've got now that you're home and you can reflect on it?
So much, but I have to say, being patient, like being peaceful, like, because there were times I go to countries and I didn't know I needed like a visa for that country. I'm just like, fuck. And I would learn when I'm at the airport already though. So I'm like panicking. I'm hot. Now all of a sudden I'm hot because it's already a hot country anyway. So I was like panic. I'm just like, yo, what should I do? Like, I don't know what the fuck to do. And then I didn't have like cash on me. I only had my card. So it was just like, and there's no ATM. Like, fuck. Like, I don't. It was like very difficult. But then I was just like, and then I remember I would like tell myself, like, when I get in these type of situations, like, yo, like, you're not gonna get through anything if you're just like so stressed out and shit. Like, just be calm, just be peaceful. Like, then think. Like, they won't try to think when they mad. You don't come to like a resolution. So just calm down. Then I'll calm down. Just like, then my brain will start working. Like, oh, I should do this, and this makes the most sense. So I guess like I said, just staying like peaceful, and patient. Like I knew like I said, just sit down and think about it. Just be patient. Like, you'll figure it out. So, just being peaceful, shit. Being patient.
Fuck, man. So, that shit sounds crazy.
After Thailand, I went to. I wasn't too many countries. Like the order fucks me up. After Thailand, I went to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
And then, like after that, I stayed there for a couple of days. I went to the Philippines. The Philippines is like a very beautiful place. So many different islands. That was a great time. I will go back there again. And after that, I went to Cambodia. Because the friends that I met in Singapore, they're like, yo, we going to Cambodia to celebrate one of their friends' birthday. So I was just like, okay, I'll meet you there. So I just flew in the day they flew into Cambodia. Like, it's a good time, great time. And then I went to Malaysia because it was just next door to Cambodia. So I was like, fuck, I'll just go there. And then I went back to Hong Kong. Because that was another situation where I couldn't book my flight leaving Malaysia for some reason. I was like tripping about some visa shit. So I was like so confused. Because I was trying to go from Malaysia to Japan, but it wouldn't let me. So I was like, fuck. Like, then I would get so frustrated. I'm like, you know what? It'll let me leave from Hong Kong to Japan. So after Malaysia, I'll go back to Hong Kong. Then I'll go to Japan. So that's what I did. Then, but like situations like that when I'd be like so frustrated.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, just relax. Like, it'll be straight. Then next thing you know, I'm in a whole other country.
Yeah. And then
it was chill.
You was chill, yeah.
Relaxing.
Facts. So now that you're back in the States, like, what's the game plan? What's the first action of attack? I mean, we got a taste of the Outkast. Like, y'all niggas don't even know how geeked I am. The fabric, you picked the right shit.
Thank you.
Yo, y'all, I gotta get my Tumblr flick on for the gram.
Thank you, but I say, like, since being back home, number one priority is, like, seeing my family and shit, seeing a couple of old friends.
Mm-hmm.
After that, like, I'll go back to New York in a couple of days. My number one focus is getting more healthy, like, eating better, like, hitting the gym, you know, because I just find, like, the more important things are just, like, being healthy, like,
yeah,
better than being wealthy. You gotta have money too, but
yeah.
I just feel like it starts, like, you know, with your mind, just being more healthy and shit. So I want to go back, get on, like, a good meal plan and shit and work out. Number one for me. Then right now I'm trying to plan a pop-up, actually. My first one ever in New York, so it's very scary.
I'm gonna need dates for that. I gotta try to get out there.
I'm trying to plan it for, like, end of March sometime, but
Fact.
It's very scary because that's another, like, situation. I feel like someone is entering my world and I have to, like, be social and shit. I'm like, fuck, I'm so shy in that.
Yeah.
I don't want to, like, talk to many people and shit. But I should have had a pop-up years ago, but I was always so scared to do it and shit, so.
Well, you just toured the world for 6 months.
Yeah.
And where you knew
not
no
scared
one, so you're not scared of it. Yeah, I mean, well, maybe that was what you needed, you know.
I needed that, man.
Go away and revisit some shit later.
Yeah, I needed that. But I'm going to drop some new shit soon that I made in Japan, actually.
Okay.
It's about to be shipped here, actually, in a couple of days. But I'm going to drop that. I'm going to drop some more shit that I'm going to make in New York, make some stuff in LA. But this is me, like, I feel like some people get confused because, like, this is me just, like, putting out, like, merch stuff. To me, it's, like, merch. It's not, like, a real brand. Because I know, like, you can make a lot of money, and I want to, the stuff I want to do is so expensive.
Yeah.
So I just want to use this to find, like, my real shit that I want to do. Real brand that I want to do, I would say. And then, so right now I kind of just feel like I'm just doing merch, you know.
Yeah.
Raise capital and stuff. And so I'm going to do that. I'm just going to hustle on that shit for a couple months. And depends on how that go. I'm about to go travel the world again. Like, go do South America.
Yeah, do the other half.
Yeah. It's many, but, like, go do South America. Like, just everywhere in South America. I want to hit every fucking country, you know?
Yeah.
I want to really, like, indulge in the cultures too. Like, it's really, I feel like, important to know how, you know, other people live and how they come up, and it makes you more grateful. Like, I was in the Philippines, there was kids asking me for money so they can go to school. They can't even afford to go to school.
Wow.
I'm like, yo, you got these kids, like, begging and, like, doing, like, you know, weird shit or weird jobs, I guess. And just to go, they want to pay for school. That's it. They want to just pay for school to learn English.
Just pay for learning.
And I
here
take
we
it for granted.
CPS kids are.
Yeah, we take it.
We
all,
don't
man.
give a
Like,
shit.
Yeah. So it made me more, like, appreciative. Like,
Yeah.
like, fuck, I got it so good. Like, I gotta be always thankful for that shit. So, but I just want to drop some new shit.
Yeah.
I want to get that shit, like, really going. Like, keep the momentum up too. Cause I always, like I say, like, I always know with the momentum, like, I start feeling like they can't stop me, you know.
Yeah.
But I always, like, stop my own momentum. I don't know why. I'm like, 'cause I always, like, go do some shit. Like, I, like,
Yeah. It'd be like that though.
Like, I'll be killing it somewhere, and I'm like, fuck, I'm about to go move here.
Yeah.
And I'll go move there. And I'll move somewhere else a year later and shit. And then with the momentum for this first drop, the second drop, it was really good, but I don't know, like, I was so far away. I was just in travel mode, so I wasn't, like, 100%
dialed in. Yeah.
So I was just like, I know that, so I'm gonna just focus on traveling right now, and then when I get back, and, like, it's over, you know. But I think the only thing that bothers me, like, it's because I always knew I can get on. Well, I know I can, and I will, but I'm always, like, stopping myself.
Well, shit.
I thought I could have been on it, but, like, I'm like, you know what, I'm about to go travel.
Yeah.
I know I can get on this year if I want. Or within a year. But then my other, like, there's, like, an angel, like, oh, yo, you should go, like, work on your brand for the rest of the year. Then I have to devil us, like, yo, go travel. Like that.
Get the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, go see the world, you know?
Go see this shit.
So,
Well, I appreciate you coming through the session, man. Before you dip back out on us, man, and the gems you able to bring back and share and just apply. Shit's just, I mean, you can't buy that type of experience. I mean, you kind of can, I guess, but
nah, you can't. I've seen some shit no one would ever see.
Yeah.
I've ate some shit no one would ever. I can't even like tell you what I ate because I don't even.
You didn't even know.
Like they tell me when I ate it, but then after that, I would never remember
Yeah.
what I said, so.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you, man. It's all love. I really appreciate this shit, man. This is crazy. Go check out his brands. Like he said, this year, more merch coming on the way now that he's back in the States. Y'all can definitely get in tune, man. We finna finish this Blizzy and chop a little bit more off the head. Appreciate you. Session Podcast, man. We signing out.